Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video on our powerlifting prep for the Raw Championships in about 10 weeks. This video is going to be all about deadlifts, and like I said in my last video, I kind of changed and tweaked a couple things in my form for a lot of my lifts, deadlifts being one of those. And in this video I'll show you one of our working days. I think we were working with 70%, so one of our first lifts of the cycle, and we did banded deadlifts. They are going to incorporate more of resistance for the top half of your deadlift. So I did change quite a few things for my deadlift as far as my stance and my grip. So as far as my stance goes, I narrowed my stance. So I used to start out with a much wider stance, and everyone deadlifts differently, so you kind of have to find whatever works for your body. But for me personally, it's not wide, but it's not narrow. I just narrowed how far I was standing. And I also changed how far I sit into my deadlift. I do deadlift sumo, and so I used to start out very deep in my seat when I would set up for my deadlift. I did find that I was hitching on almost every heavy lift, which is, I mean, it's not against the rules, but you shouldn't really, because that does sometimes incorporate your lower back. So what I did is I start out with my hips a bit higher now. What are you doing? So rather than sitting into my deadlift with my butt down here and trying to pull all the way through, I was sitting and then my butt would hitch and then my body would come up. So now I'm starting with my hips at the height where my butt would hitch to. So rather than starting there and then hitching, I'm just going straight into my deadlift, which is great. So I've kind of, I really worked hard on losing that hitch, and so starting with my hips much higher has helped with that. And then as far as my grip goes for my arms, I have narrowed that grip as well. So rather than squeezing my lats in with a narrow grip, I was flaring my lats out with a wide grip. So now I am squeezing my lats in with a narrow grip, and that way I'm not only pulling the bar not as far off the ground, but my lats are still engaged, and then I'm still able to lock out like that. But yeah, so those are some of the things that I have changed in my deadlift, and they have made a huge difference. So if you are having some of the same issues like hitching or struggling with your lockout, or you're not having as much power in your deadlift, these are just some things that you can tweak as far as your stance, how far you sit, and then your grip. That's it, and I'll see you guys next time.